Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be doing a Kundalini yoga class. And today's class is going to be centered around something called the Enneagram system, an ancient style of numbering and self-typing personality understanding that is comprised of 9 different numbers. And today we're going to be centering in on type 5. Which is one of my favorites. I say that about almost all of them though. But type 5 is the investigator, the thinker, the observer. And while we may not identify with those terms as our primary type, everybody is carrying all 9 types of the Enneagram within their experience, their bodies, their subtle systems, and more. So even if we're not identifying today with the type 5 Enneagram, we can still find something in ourselves in this practice that is going to center and draw noticing to those aspects of ourselves. So type 5, we always need a little bit of time to recharge and process from our daily life and experience. So this practice is going to be a moment to just recharge, come back, come into ourselves in a way that throughout the day we usually allow our minds to distract us from. So today, find a moment for yourself to strip back the thoughts of the mind, strip back the thinking elements of what it means to be a person today, and really just hone in on the physical nature, the subtle nature, and the energy that we're carrying onto the mat today. So in the beginning of our practice, find anything you're going to need to make this successful for you. And that means props, that means finding an environment that makes you feel comfortable, and finding anything that your body is going to need. So if you are feeling sensitivity in the knees or the wrists or any other part of your body, find a tool, find a prop that's going to boost you up and make this practice favorable for your experience today. Once you've found everything to make your practice great, then we're going to come onto our easy seat, cross-legged pose, or in a chair, whatever your body needs today, and then find some warmth with our hands, drawing attention to the palms, the fingertips. And then they will find a place here nestled at the heart. Thumbs make contact with the heart center. Maybe give your neck a couple of sweet rolls to get into the mindset, into the breath, breathing deeply. We're going to tune in with the Adi mantra here at the beginning of our Kundalini. If you are aware of the syllables within, then go ahead and join me. If you are not, then simply relish in this moment of connection with the practice, with me, and with yourself. Inhale deeply in through the nose. And suspend your breath at the top. Maybe if it's comfortable for us, closing the eyes and rolling the gaze back to center in on this third eye point in the center of your forehead. Exhale all the way out. Inhale deeply. Suspend, feeling the breath. And exhale. Notice what your spine is up to today in this seat. And on our third inhale, we'll begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep breath in, suspend at the top, lengthen the crown up to the sky. Draw grounding through the lower body. And exhale. Wonderful work. Moving right along into our sweet Kriya. So this is going to be a Kriya to balance and recharge the systems of the body, such as the nervous system, the immune system, and also always as we're breathing and respiring, we're going to be stimulating that respiratory system. So we're going to begin with Radiance Charger. So finding a little bit more comfort in your seat, maybe pulling the fleshy bottom away from the sits bone so you can really draw in and connect with the earth. We're going to be here in this easy pose, and we're going to take notice of our fingertips for a moment. So bringing out our palms, we're going to send all 4 fingers from the pinky all the way to the pointer finger down into the palm. And we're going to stick out the thumbs, pointing inwards, peek at me if you need to. And really find connection with our fingertips here in the palm, pressing mindfully, really pointing out those thumbs. And from here, we're going to come into the full pose, which has our arms extended in about a 60-degree angle here. Thumbs pointed towards center. Our shoulders are drawing down our back. We're finding that sweet lift from the front body and our sweet lift in our crown while grounding in our lower body. While we're in this pose, and if you need to release the pose at any moment, go for it. We are going to continue with a sweet breath of fire, which is going to be a pranic pump. Inhale and exhale out through the nose like this. So these are deep breaths. They're full breaths. We're not hyperventilating here. We are filling the body with air at a fast tempo, pumping the belly in and out so that we can feel the respiratory system's effect on our entire body. While we are also holding this third eye gaze, we're going to be noticing any shifts in our bodies and removing any thought processes that peak up during this moment. Once you have found your pose, take a deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out through the nose. Inhale to begin breath of fire. Right away, noticing any thought patterns or processes or insecurities that are coming up here, let them remove themselves with the power of the breath. Right away, noticing the sensations, noticing any shake, any heat coming in here. Great work. Again, if you ever need a break in the arms, you may lower them, continuing with that breath of fire. Breathe here. You may meet your edge. Embrace it. Almost there. Inhale, reach the thumbs to touch overhead, lengthening through the body. Breathe, hold the breath here at the top. And on an exhale, wiggle the fingers, lower the palms. Wonderful work. For just a second, notice how you feel. The breath returns to normal. Find something new here. Relish in the sensations of the physical body, the subtle body. Great work. Wiggle out the fingers, move the palms. Moving right along into our next pose. We're staying here in easy position. I'm gonna bring our right palm out to face in front of us, palm down. From here, tuck your ring finger and your pinky finger into your palm. Your thumb is going to come to hold those fingers in. So we're making kind of like a salute here, what I like to call my Disney point. So here we're going to be pointing our index finger and our middle finger forward while tucking our other 3 digits into the palm. And about parallel to our leg here, if you need to. Our left hand is also going to come out. All 5 fingers are pointed forward, the palm is down. Now this is going to be the beginning pose. We're going to be moving with a breath of fire motion, again, stimulating the breath, pointing our gaze towards our third eye, while our left arm moves up and down. And you can choose your pace here, depending on what your joints are feeling like today, but it's going to be in a rapid motion, always returning to that sweet parallel. Peek at me if you need to. So this is the movement. Our right arm is staying steady in that sweet point. Now, once you've found your position, found your mudra, found your moment to take care of yourself, then we're going to inhale deeply, exhale long, inhale to begin breath of fire. Moving the energies here, stimulating that sweet, sweet lymph, breathing deeply, even though we're at a fast tempo. Rolling the gaze back, always trying to find that sweet third eye. Dropping the shoulders away from our ears, resisting the urge to hunch up here. Focusing on that pranic pump, that belly is moving the air. We're finally moving. You got this. Meet your edge, find a moment, find some sensation for yourself that suits you. Release the thoughts, release the criticisms, release any insecurities that are creeping into your mental body here. Inhale, we're going to come into parallel here. Keep the fingertips pointed forward. Inhale, suspend the breath. Hold here. Notice the sensations, notice the physical body, notice the arms, the legs. Suspend, hold your pose, arms are still out here. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath at the top. Exhale, hold the pose. Exhale all the air out. And final time, inhale, point the fingertips forward, sending your energy out. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale, lower everything down. Fingertips come to the tops of the legs. Notice how you feel. Right. Great work. Give your legs a little bit of shake, maybe reversing the cross of your legs. If you're not used to being in this pose, you might already feel a little bit of attention being drawn to your lower body. So take care of yourself. If you need something to lift you up, then grab a pillow or a blanket or something to prop up your hips. We're coming into washing machines. We're going to take our fingertips and we're going to place them on our shoulders. After all that arm movement, we might feel a little bit of difference within our arms here, within our shoulders. So find a second for yourself, just organic movement. Washing machines are going to look a little bit like this. We have our elbows up, our fingertips perched on our shoulders. And we're going to inhale, turn our front body, turn our shoulders, turn our gaze over to the left, inhaling in through the nose. And exhaling out through the nose, we're going to turn to the right. Inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. And this is going to be at a tempo that suits your body today. If we feel any sort of tightness or resistance that translates into pain, I want you to take a moment and reevaluate how fast you want to go in this moment. Otherwise, we're going to be pumping the breath. We're going to be really stimulating the circle or the channel of energies that is here in our center body. So find your pose today and then begin inhaling and exhaling. Maybe our eyes are closed in that third eye gaze. Detoxing the body here, finding the tight spaces, the spaces that have been hiding from our stretches. Cleansing deep breaths, even though we're fast. Lift those elbows up if they start to droop. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Wonderful work, we're almost there. Remember the length of the spine here. Inhale to center, lift the elbows up. Shrug the shoulders. Hold the breath at the top here, long spine, reaching through the crown. And exhale, drop everything down. Maybe bounce the shoulders up and down a couple times, roll through the neck. Find a natural breath here. Wonderful work. Good job. Maybe tap the tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, whatever makes you feel better after sitting in this pose. And take this mindfulness all the way into a tabletop position. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Peek back, check out what your feet are up to. We're moving into a cat-cow flow. So here, again, find whatever pose feels good for your body today. So you might want a little bit of more a slow restorative refresh here, maybe moving with a really relaxed and deep breath. Or maybe if we want to keep the energy bustling in our bodies, we may inhale and exhale a little bit more of a fast, ferocious pace. So find what feels good here today. Follow your breath. We'll all begin with an inhale, drop the belly, open the heart. Find a sweet, full breath. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. The belly button comes up towards the sky. Exhaling all the breath out. And now begin with your pace. Long, deep inhales and exhales. Articulating through the spine here, finding a moment for yourself, moving away from the mental body, and instead just focusing in on this breath, this pranic body, and this physical form. Inhale, find cow pose, open the heart, open the chest, throat, and exhale, round the spine, getting rid of all the stagnant breath that we have left over in our bodies. Wonderful work. Coming in back to that easy pose. Take your time getting there. Noticing sensations, noticing the effects. They are always different. Wonderful work. Going back into easy pose. We're quickly just going to find a moment with our hands. Find a moment to notice our palms, our fingertips. Find a moment to notice our wrists. Enneagram 5 being the observer. It's easy to observe things that don't necessarily bring us comfort. So finding a moment to observe and notice the things that we utilize each day to move through our day in a gentle and thankful way is a nice act of awareness. Bringing this loving awareness, hands come together at the heart. Maybe taking a second just to tap the thumbs against the thymus here in the center of our sternum. Releasing the hormones through the glandular system. Wonderful. All right. We're going to take our left palm and place it onto our chest. Peek at me if you need to. And then we're going to take our right palm and place it right over top. So it's almost like we're holding our hearts here. Whatever that means to you. Once you find this pose, notice what thoughts come with it. And take a second, be with that. And then place those thoughts just on the side of our mat for a moment. We're going to inhale. We're going to press our hands so that we are feeling pressure against our heart space, against our sternum. And be gentle here, even with force. Be gentle and knowing to yourself. Inhaling, press. And exhale, release the pressure. Inhale, press onto the heart. Inhaling all the way, filling the body with air, and exhale, slowly release the pressure. This is where we're going to be for just a moment. If you'd like to integrate a retention of the breath here, maybe inhaling and holding the breath for however is comfortable for you, maybe 5, 10, 15 seconds. And then with your exhale, release the breath and the palms. Go for it. Whatever is comfortable for you today. Maybe we close our eyes and we sit with this motion. And sit with how it makes us feel. Releasing the thinking body and simply going into maybe the emotional body if that feels good for us today and safe for us today. Or just feeling the sensations of what it feels like in the chest. Breath. And hold ourselves. Inhaling, creating small pressure. Exhaling, releasing, feeling to let go. As I lovingly have been taught, and as I am in constant needing of remembering, sometimes to change the patterns and the thoughts of the mind, it takes help from the body and the breath. The mind can't do everything on its own. You are a functional, working human being with all parts. Take a moment, inhale deeply one last time. Pressing into the heart space, feeling sweet pressure of your palms. Exhale, drop both palms down into your lap. And notice how you feel. We're reaching the end of our practice today, so if there is any pose, any movement you would like to get in before the end of our position or the end of our posing, then totally go for it. Maybe we want to stretch through the hips a little bit with a butterfly. Maybe we want to take some gentleness and sweetness into a child's pose. Otherwise, we are all going to make our way lying down on our backs for Savasana. And be mindful how you get there too. Just try not to let the to-do list get to you. So if you're ready to just get to the end of our practice, your thinking mind is moving on what's next, allow yourself to be here in this moment. Allow your senses to simply revel in what it means to be present. Once you find your body laying down on your mat today, wherever you are, take a moment to notice all the way from your toes to the crown of your head, where you're holding tension, where you are gripping, where there is leftover energy that needs to be moved around. Maybe tapping your heels on the ground, maybe bumping your legs up and down, coming to stillness. Maybe we drop the palms up and down a couple of times. Releasing your belly, releasing your chest. Take note of the muscles of the neck, the muscles of the face, maybe moving, scrunching and opening. Release in the jaw, in the forehead, in the tongue. And once you've gone through your checklist, simply be here with your breath. Maybe closing your eyes or having a soft gaze. Just be. The final moments of our practice. Observe 3 things that you can feel, whether it is emotionally in this moment, physically in this moment, subtly. Take a second and observe 3 things happening right now in this moment Let go of critical thoughts surrounding them. Let go of any standards. Just see them for what they are. And then let them go. Stay in Savasana for as long as you like. Enjoy this moment of rest and restoration. Otherwise, we may begin to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, rock side to side on the head, relaxing through the neck, and make our way up to a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me today in this Kundalini Enneagram centered class for the Type 5. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and take care.